Hello everyone. We are doing I would say quick, because most of my videos when I do stream and stuff it's like 2 hours, but I don't want to drag it out that long. We're just going to go a quick overview of creating a new character on the Elder Scrolls Online. Now, if you've never played the Elder Scrolls Online, I suggest you just do you. Just do what you want to do. If you have other characters you've been playing, that's when it gets into the what playstyle you want to play and what you're looking for. If you're looking for in-game content, that would determine your build, your first build, so on and so forth. So we're just going to create a character. And Marcy, I'm going to name and put my initial at the end, BA, Blades Angel. You know what? I'm going to do a Breton. Female. Class. I want to try a Warden. I have a Warden healer on NA. This is EU. I want to try a DPS Warden. Haven't done it before. This should be fun. Okay. Let's see. We're going to get into the tweaking your character's looks. It's all about looks. Once you get to this point, it's all about looks. The other is, let's see, your race. Different races have different stats or different perks. What I chose was a Breton. Read at the bottom. It says the racial skill of the Bretons reflect their affinity of arcane, increasing their base magicka recovery, light armor, alliance point gained, spell resistance, and cost reduction of spells, allowing them to cast spells with little pause. I'm going for Magicka DPS on a Warden, so I'm choosing a Breton. You choose whatever you want to choose. I do not claim to know how to set up a good build because I don't. I really don't. I've been playing for several years and I just play whatever feels comfortable to me. To be honest, my favorite is a Templar. It's easy to play, and I would recommend a Templar for any new players, beginners. Start with a Templar if you want to play something easy and fun. I love a Templar. But we're going to start with the Breton Warden. I'm going to do a Warden. Wardens are defenders of the green, master storytellers whose nature tales become magical reality. They wield frost spells against enemies and summon animals to aid them. Alright, and we're going to click on the body. We're going to tweak just a little bit. I really don't do a whole lot of tweaking with this. You do you. Like I said, you've got all these options. You scroll through and you fix your character exactly how you want it. And you have your options here. You can see them in their underdrawers under no gear. It gives you a better look of what they will actually look like. Let's see. So yeah, you can change all kinds of stuff. You can even change their foot size, for crying out loud, which I don't ever touch that. I do touch leg size. We're gonna go on over to face. We're gonna put some clothes back on her. Go to face. And you have your heroic, soft, and angler. I usually put it right about as close to the middle as possible. I do already like the hairstyle she's got, so I'm gonna leave that actually. I don't like the hair color. I'm going to put it a little lighter. My hair is like jet black. So, like, it's dark. So, I like light hair. I can't have light hair because, like, I mean, I could color it, but it'd destroy my hair. But I'm going to leave it this color. I'm going to leave her young as possible. You can actually age her. See? Again, I'm not young. I'm going to make her as young as possible. I don't like adornments because you can actually get different adornments in games, so I just leave it like empty. I don't do any head markings. Well, let me see, because a lot of times the head markings can be like makeup. Oh, I do like that. Okay, I'm going to leave that. I'm not going any further. I don't want to take a lot of time. Alright, eyebrows. That is one thing I do. Let's see, eyebrows. Right here. I need to change your eyebrows a little bit. Let's see what we can find. Nope, I don't like those. Not personally. Okay, I do like the simple, smooth. There we go. Eyes, I'm going to do green. Alright then, we're going to go on and hope this name takes. I think it should. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and play through the tutorial with you guys. Hopefully it will load. It won't take forever to load. Again, I'm playing on EU. I don't usually play on EU. Oh, look. Now.
You're awake.
I think I turned all of my add-ons off. Pretty sure I did. Alright. So to begin with, this is what I always do. Again, you do you. You do what you want to do. I never do first person. So, and I always change some of my settings. Let me go in. Gameplay. I did change my color for enemy and friendly. Quick cast, ground abilities. These are just the basics that I always change as soon as I make a character. Let's see. And you can always go back and change these anytime. Like if something doesn't feel right and you've made it to level 30, if you've made it to top level, it doesn't matter. You can always go in and change these settings. I'm not going to auto loot because being a new character, I don't want to pick up absolutely everything. I don't want to fill my pockets too quick. Alright, let's see. Camera. I do usually change the camera, but I'm not going to do that today. I do prefer under interface, display name. When I look at another player, I like to see their user ID. And that's about it on that one. So next I'm going to go to controls. Keybinds. Now this is again, you do you. Whatever is comfortable for you. I'm just going to change mine real quick to what I usually have. And I use foot pedals and buttons on my mouse. I do have some issues with my hands a lot of times, so it's easier for me to have foot pedals and all the other buttons on my mouse. Let's see. Where's it at? Interface. Interact with environment. That would normally be E, but I did change one of my abilities to E because it's right there at my fingertips. I'm going to change this to 3. And we're good. Let's see if we can get out of here. Because I don't like prison cells.
There you are, on your feet. I know magical translocation can really upset the stomach. Just take a moment and get your bearings, all right? The Isle of Balfiera, home of Clan Berini. I apologize for the cramped accommodations. We pride ourselves on courtesy, but circumstances here have taken a turn for the bizarre. I needed to make sure you weren't a danger to yourself or others. You might not be so eager to escape once you hear what's going on. You arrive via a portal, along with a Daetric beast called Shayazel. It seized control of our golems and unleashed them on the island. If I free you, will you help me stop Shayazel? Wise choice. Just give me a moment. There. That should unlock the door. When you're ready, follow me.
Alright, we are going to head out the door. Now, another thing I usually do, it takes longer. Well, there's two things that I do that makes the tutorial a bit longer than it actually has to be, but it's just me. You don't have to. I actually go through and loot all kinds of stuff. Lock picks are going to be one of your best friends. And I just go through it and loot all the little urns in every single room that I can get into. I'm not going to do it today, but that's what I do. And you can find some pretty good stuff in here too. Like to start with, I already found a recipe, so. Alright.
There you are. Free as a spring cricket. I hope you intend to keep your word. We'll need each other out there. Of that I'm certain. The name's Norianwe, by the way, of Clan Durini. Pleased to make your acquaintance. We're bound for a place called the Keyrights Gallery. But first, I need to know you can defend yourself. Hurtling through the Orbis and falling flat on your ear left you a bit scattered. Find a weapon, and we'll work out the cobwebs. Fair? Of course.
Now,
I can't promise
you don't
total
have to ask all these
transparency,
questions.
but I'll be as forthcoming as I
You
can.
can if you want to learn a little more, but I usually just skip, say goodbye, and pick out a weapon. Now, if you're first starting the game and you don't know what weapon you want to try, grab them all. Sometimes I do anyway. And this is where I tend to make the tutorial a little longer than it needs to be. I grab all the weapons. I'm not going to do it today. But I grab all the weapons and I will actually go in to training and I will train with every single weapon. That way it unlocks the skill line for each weapon before you even walk out of tutorial. That way you don't have to find that weapon unless you just want it. You know, you're going to have to level up all your weapons anyway, but you don't have to focus on trying to find a certain weapon just to open a skill line. Alright, to start with, of course, I'm going to take the fire staff because that's what I do.
Larger weapons like staves and great axes will take both hands to use. You can pair smaller weapons.
I'm not
with
going
a
to do all
shield
of them today.
Or another weapon of that
I'm going to do 2 of them to show
yours.
you what I'm talking about. Alright. Oh, I got to open my inventory. It gives you a little tutorial to begin with. Alright, I'm going to equip
Yes,
my
I think that one
flame
suits you.
staff.
If you change your
My
mind,
inferno
feel free
staff,
to take
excuse
any other
me.
weapon you want. Now, let's find a spot to practice.
Alright, now we're fixing to go practice, and this is what I was talking about. It can take a while if you do the open all the skill lines before you leave tutorial. I can't help it. Yeah. I know, it's nothing but ash. I shouldn't have picked it up. Alright. Now, I'm fixing to go fight this dude. Like. And it will open up the skill line for the inferno staff that I'm using.
Now, prepare yourself. Well, I conjure up a dance partner.
Now, she will give you exact directions.
Let's begin. Quickly now. Strike the
Light
top
attack.
marks. Impressive.
Just tap
Hit it
your left
again.
mouse.
Brilliant.
Trigger button.
Ready yourself. Quick, strike
Block.
while it's off balance.
Hold down. Heavy attack is hold
You're
down.
unnatural. Protect yourself. Give it everything
Hold
you've
down
got.
that right button and then hold down your left button.
Raw
Trigger button.
strength, that. Wonderful. Block it, strike. Strike hard,
Block.
now.
And heavy attack.
Now some foes will try to restrain you. Quickly, break free.
Both right and left at the same
Again,
time.
make ready. Prepare yourself. Now bash the construct before it strikes. Now press your advantage with a heavy attack. Swiftly now, interrupt it.
Pop him in the head. Right and left.
Again, hold
Bop
its
him.
attack. When your enemy prepares an attack, good, now destroy it.
And heavy attack,
Well
light
done.
attack. Alright.
Come speak with me for a moment.
Now, that was with my Inferno staff. Okay. I'm gonna take everything off of his pockets. Now, at this point, when I talk to her, I can just well, I'll have to talk to her first. I'll show you.
With moves like that, Daedra doesn't stand a chance. Yes, I'd say we're ready to set out.
Now, if you wanted to leave and not battle again, you can just choose where we headed now, and then it'll step you through, and then you choose you're ready to leave. Now, if you want to open up skill line for more than one weapon while you're here, it's simple. I like to practice again.
Very well. Step back and I'll summon another guardian.
Alright, and while that's doing that, I will open up and put on my restoration staff.
Let's begin. Quickly
Oh,
now.
look at
Strike
he's
the
right here and I
construct.
can't see.
Well done. Attack.
Let me see if
Well
I can get
done.
out of the way. There we go. I'm out of the way now.
Brilliant.
It's just light attacks.
Ready yourself.
Block.
Quick, strike while it's off. That's
Heavy
the
attack.
way. Well done.
You know, this is
Keep up
the,
defense. Use your heaviest
resto
attack.
staff.
You're unnatural.
This is for healers.
Keep up the defense. Give it everything you've got. Now
But you
some foes
can
will try to
choose
restrain
to
you.
rebattle and change your weapon.
Quickly, break
Oh.
free. You ready to break free? Again, make ready.
And when you go through this with every single weapon,
Now bash the Now press your advantage with a heavy
in the
attack.
chamber before you come into here,
Interrupt
it
now,
can get a
before
while.
it strikes.
It can take a while.
Interrupt now, before it strikes. When your enemy prepares an attack. Good, now destroy it.
Simple. Alright, now, because I only had those
With
two
moves
weapons,
like that, the Daedra doesn't
we're gonna
stand
leave.
a chance.
But if you wanted to, you could
yes,
just click.
I'd say we're ready
Even
to
though it's
set
grayed out, you can click, I'd like to practice combat again. Alright,
To
where are
reach
we
the
headed?
Rides Gallery, we have to make it out of this ruin and across a wide field full of the golems I mentioned. With any luck, we'll be able to slip past them. But I'm not all that lucky, so I'm sorry in advance. Well, it begins with a door, the first of many. The only way to access the gallery is through a mysterious gateway. Once we pass through that initial door, we'll step into a huge vault. This is the part that worries me most. I believe Shiazel, the Daedric creature that's causing all this mischief, may have nested itself in there. So be prepared to fight.
Oh, I'm ready for a fight.
I can't say anything with certainty, but ridding the world of an otherworldly
That's why you
abomination can't
downloaded
hurt,
the game, right?
Its influence might linger for a time, but the golems should return to
Let's
normal
go kill
before
some
too
stuff
long.
and things.
Hopefully.
Alright, let's go. I'm going to change back to my Inferno staff. And then we shall continue. The urge to not loot all of this stuff is like, oh my goodness. Okay, we're not going to loot it. Okay, and if you'll notice here, it's not going to let me do it. Hold on. Okay. You will see on the screen your level 2 rewards are available. Claim now. So it's simple. F. What did I get? I got an attribute point and a skill point. So I'm going to claim those. This is the stuff that's going to be next. Because I'm going to be Magicka, I'm going to put my points into Magicka. Going to commit those points. And this just gives you a summary of how the abilities are slotted and all that good stuff. Now, I have one skill point. I can unlock one item. Now, under your class, you have 3 sections with several different abilities. When you click on them, it will explain to you what they do. The dive. Command a cliff racer to dive bomb an enemy, dealing 3,113 magic damage. If you are more than 7 meters away from the target, you set them off balance for 7 seconds. Pretty cool. Alright. Same with green balance. Each one tells you what's what. If you'll notice here, weapon, you have your class abilities, which are these. You have your weapon abilities. Because I used 2 different weapons during training, I actually opened up 2 weapon classes. My destruction staff and my resto staff. Alright. Of course, each one has abilities as well. Your slots are down here that they will go into. For now, I'm going to choose dive. Going to unlock that with my 1 skill point. The ability you purchase has been added to the first slot of your ability bar. Press E to use the ability. Okay, well, that's because it's on my E. I'm going to move it. It's simple. I'm going to left click. And I'm going to drag it over to my 5. That is one of my foot pedal binds. So we're going to continue. You can put them in however you want to. You can leave it however they drop it. It doesn't matter.
Stray golems. We might want to sneak past
sneak
it.
is control. I'm going to disarm this because I tend to walk into that every time. This is the way you're supposed to go. I'm going to go this way for the simple fact that there's gear in that door and I need gear. And that is my ability, my first class ability. I threw a bird at her. Okay, so I'm just gonna force open that lock. I don't want to sit there and try. I messed it up. Alright, now, gear. You have light, medium, heavy. You choose what you want to do. I'm going to start with light. Because I am a mag character. And I want to look for, I'm going to take the lightning staff, and I want to look for a frost staff as well. What's that one? Ice staff. There it is. Now, both the lightning staff and the frost staff are considered destruction staffs. So you already have that skill line open. Whether you use a destruction staff, whether you use an inferno staff, ice staff, or lightning staff, they're all under destruction. The only one that is under restoration, of course, is your restoration staff. That's for healing. Because I want to, let's see, weapons, ice staff. I don't generally use an ice staff, but I'm going to today. Alright, we're going to get back on track now that I got gear. Oh, I need to put my gear on. Look at this. So I'm going to click armor. Under inventory, inventory, armor. And I'm going to put me on some gloves. That's a little bit better than the rags I had on. Now this is light gear. Medium gear would look a little different. Heavy gear, of course, would look a little different. They all have different stats. The armor stats are different. Light armor is going to have lower armor stats, and heavy armor is going to have the highest armor stats. That's for your basics. We're not going to get into sets yet. We're just going to get on out of here and get this over with. Let's get out of tutorial. Oh, I want to look at all the urns and see what's in them.
Almost there. Let's hurry.
Okay, she said hurry. Let's run. Shift. Oh, wrong one. Wrong button. She said hurry. So I was hurrying.
Right. The entrance to the Keyride's gallery should be east of here. Let's set out.
Alright, let's see. I'm gonna get my... Alright, press... scroll button to change your view. Alright, got it. Again. Don't think I've ever used the ice stuff. Okay. Look, my light armor increased to 2. You get perks from your armor as well. Let's continue. As you level up, you will unlock more abilities. I'm gonna search the lion. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! Now, I can't remember if these statues come to life or not. We're just gonna sneak around. Usually there's something here to kill me. So somebody's already been through here. There we go. Oh yeah, somebody's over there.
The Key Rights Gallery is in here. Let's head inside.
Alright. See? It's got a little white door knocker on it. That's where I need to go. We are gonna follow her because she seems to know where she's going and what to do. But all of these urns need me to open them. Okay. Let's talk to her.
Jeffers' bones. The surge of magicka created by the portals you came through. Must have cracked this sky shard. Without a functioning sky shard, this gate remains locked, and there's no way for us to proceed. Damn! Unless you have a set of enchanting tools and a working knowledge of meteoric empowerment theory. No,
unfortunately,
there's
I
nothing
don't.
for it. We need to find a replacement.
Alright, let's find a replacement, shall we?
I saw one in a vault just south of here a few days ago, but it was flanked by one of the island's more powerful golems. Normally, I'd say we should search for another option, but given the circumstances, I think we have to risk it. Of course. Let's not tarry too long, though.
Okay, you can ask questions if you want. That's up to you. I'm just going to click goodbye and head back out the door. If you'll look at the top of my screen, in the center you can see the door knocker again. That's the direction I need to go. The white door knocker shows the quest that I'm on. If it was a darker door knocker, then it would be a quest that I have, but not necessarily the one I'm working on. Okay, let's follow the door knocker, shall we? Somebody was sneaking there. They're trying to get their sneak up. You can stay in here and level up, actually. Just by killing stuff. So, they're leveling their snake up. So they're a Nightblade. And that looked like a Necro, which I haven't done a Necro. I tried one time, but I didn't like playing the Necro. But that's just me. And you'll see you have other weapons here you can choose from if you need to.
There it is! The Sky Shard!
Alright, we gotta get to that Sky Shard, and Big Dude is in the way. So, let's do this.
Vault quickly! To the side!
Alrighty. Ooh, he gave me some stuff. Alright, let's get the Sky Shard and get out of here, shall we? Because we're almost done with the tutorial.
What? Did you just absorb the energy of that shard? Incredible.
I did.
Not quite what I intended, but we can work with this.
Alright.
Let's head back to the gate.
Let's do that. Let's get out of here. I don't want that thing coming back. And they are still leveling up their stuff. I may try a necromancer again, but not today. Those are a little more difficult to play. I think. Oh, she back. I walked right up on her. Okie dokie, artichokey. Done. And the door knocker says go through here, and I'm going through here. Now, I gotta go back up here. For some reason, the lady that is supposed to be training me doesn't show up until I get up here. But that's okay. We're just going back where we came from.
All right.
You hear her talking now. Here she comes. She's gonna run in.
With any luck, it'll respond to the power you absorbed and unlock the gate.
Okay. So there's my quest marker on top of the sky shard, and we are going to activate it.
Ha! You did it! Let's speak for a moment.
Alright, and let's talkie some more.
I'm afraid we've reached the really scary bit. The Daedric creature responsible for all these portals waits just beyond that gate. If you have any other preparations to make them now.
That sounded
Again,
bad.
I'm just a scholar, but I'd encourage you to remember what we practiced before.
Do you have
Keep
any
moving,
preparations
strike true,
to make
and exploit
them
any
now.
opening the creature gives you.
Sounds like I might die in here. Alright. But don't worry, she'll keep you healed up.
There it is! Send it back to oblivion!
Aye aye, Captain! I could. Oh, I did not get out of the way. Okay, my magic is getting low. Block.
You cannot kill what cannot die. Wither and die.
Okay, good deal. And again,
You did it!
I leveled
Hopefully
up to
the
level
gallery
3.
wasn't too badly damaged.
So I get to claim some
Follow
stuff.
me!
I'm gonna get some food and skill point and attribute point. Good deal. Attribute point goes in Magicka. Now I get to unlock something else, and that would give me 2 abilities on my bar. Let's see. I'm gonna go with the class abilities right now and see what's up. Wrap a thick cloak of ice around you and your allies. The ice grants major resolve, increasing your physical and spell resistance by 5,948 for 17 seconds. Yes, and thank you. I'm going to open that one up. I have no more skill points to spend, so I shall continue. And this is just your basic beginning, making your character. That's all it is. Nothing special, nothing fancy. Now, again, if I was taking my time, I would come through and read all of these books, because look, that just leveled up my alchemy. Haven't even unlocked alchemy yet. Until then. But make sure you read all the bookshelves. Alright, so let's, I'm not going to read them today, but...
Look at the central column. I had no idea it was concealing something like this.
Oh,
Let's
wow.
get a closer look.
Yep, let's do that. Which way are you going? I'm going this way. You can go either way. She'll follow you. See all the bookshelves and all the urns to sit there and loot and get all the stuff and things out of them. Alrighty, let's go.
This is the Keyrights Gallery, but not as I remember it. Now I see
Let's
why
do
we
a
never
little more
managed to unlock the
talkie-talkie,
gates.
and
Their
then we
power comes
can
from this
get
odd
outta
thing
here.
Amazing.
And start our
With the
adventure.
helix exposed, these gates can finally reopen. Perhaps not all of them at first, but enough to reach most of Tamriel. The question for you, I suppose, is where to first?
This is another player. Okay. I don't know where I'm going yet.
Can you believe this? Just look around. With this arcane helix exposed, the chamber is positively crackling with magic. The Keyrights Gallery has come to life, and I finally think I know why. Because of you. Matters in Tamriel are bleak. War
We
rages
are the
in
heroes
Daedric
of Tamriel.
conspire. Dragons ride the winds of elsewhere. The Second Era needs a savior. I believe the gallery, perhaps even the adamantine tower itself, chose you. The Keyrights Gallery opened doors to every corner of Tamriel, places I suspect that desperately need a hero's aid. This choice is yours to make, but wherever you choose to go, I'm sure adventure awaits. May the stars protect you.
Now, when I complete this quest, it's going to give me a Forgotten Adventure Strongbox. This box supposedly belongs to you, though your memory of it is a bit hazy. Nonetheless, its contents will help you get back on your feet. Usually it's like jewelry or gear or something like that. We'll look into it in a minute. I will also get a skill point. And I will get a skill line opened of soul magic. So we're going to complete that quest.
So, have you chosen where to go? What region of the world strikes your fancy? Not everyone gets to pass instantly from one side of Tamriel to another, you know. This is quite a gift.
Now, you can continue asking questions if you like. That's up to you. I'm just going to click goodbye. And at this point, we are free to leave. We can leave this prison. Alright, so all the little, I call them windows into Tamriel, take you to a specific area. For instance, if I choose this one, I will go to High Isle. If I choose this one, I will go to Blackwood. And you have several to choose from, no biggie. Just go where you want to go and start the killing of stuff and things. I'm gonna go High Isle. Just because
This
it's
door
pretty.
leads to High Isle in the Sisters Archipelago. Our spies believe leaders of the Great Alliances will gather there for a peace summit. But this will draw conspirators. They could plunge Tamriel into deeper chaos. Unless you stop them.
Alright, we're gonna go to High Isle. It's the newest as of right now. The newest chapter. So we're gonna go to High Isle. Yay!
High Isle feels so peaceful most of the time. That's why I like it here. A respite from all the chaos of the mainland.
The temperature of the islands is quite unique. It facilitates all sorts of strange and beautiful things.
Some precious cargo was supposed to sail in on the morning tide, but it never arrived.
The people need to believe we have things under control.
Long ago, we druids left Tamriel and its troubles behind us. But here, our ancient ways survived.
I believe a knight should not be measured by the worth of their weapon, but by the allies they keep.
These manifestations of the island's fiery heart reveal the majesty and power of the natural order.
Nature itself has fallen out of balance.
Storm and fire will bring down the old machines.
No one does. It's amazing. Like the cinematics, I'm telling you, nobody does it to me that I have seen. Nobody does cinematics better for a game than Sauce. It's amazing. I love it. Alright, so we are here in High Isle. We are now out of that prison tower. We've done our training. We know what to do now. We go kill stuff and things. Nah, you do your quest. Do your questing. And you will land right here to start a quest with Jakaran. He will
Fresh
tell
off
you
the
what
boat,
to do.
eh? High Isle
And
is
you
a good
just
place for an
follow
adventurer
him.
to earn some gold.
Follow all of
provided you
your
have the
quest
right
markers.
connections. The name's Jakar.
and have fun.
My
That's it.
patron needs someone like you. An unknown, so to speak. It'd be worth your time to befriend her. Lady Arabelle DeVoe. Maybe you've heard of her. She's a famous investigator and author. Diplomat, too. Which is why she's here. She runs in circles way above my station. But I owe her a debt that I'm trying to pay. Maybe you can help me do that. A fair bit of gold, most likely. Lady Arabelle works for one of the richest nobles in all Tamriel, Lord Baccaro Valoris. He's sponsoring an important conference here on the island. But there's a problem. Trust me, the payday will be worth it. Lady Arabelle will appreciate an outsider's perspective. She's at the Gonfalon Bay docks with Lord Baccaro, if you want to introduce yourself. The problem I mentioned, it involves some missing ships. Anyway, tell her Jakarn sent you. I'm her favorite.
Okay, you continue speaking with him, or you just click goodbye. And at this point, you are on your way to saving High Isle. Amazing. Thanks, guys, for watching. I hope this may have helped a little bit. If nothing else, a little bit of entertainment. But thank you, guys. Hope you have an awesome day, and we will see you again next time. Bye.